Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening. It's your boy Pascal.
And your girl Sandy.
And welcome back to another live Real Beef with S and P. We back at it again, y'all. We are back at it again. Man, I appreciate all y'all for being here, being a part of the conversation. We got some very serious stuff we got to talk about, and one topic only, because this one's a big one, y'all. Right, Sandy?
Yes, absolutely. And it needs to be talked about, opens up broader conversation. So we want to have that conversation with you guys while you guys are here, by the way. First of all, welcome, okay, from your girl Sandy. Secondly, make sure you tap dance on that like button, okay? Let us know you're here, all right? Also, make sure to subscribe if you guys have not subscribed already. We are literally, 110 subscribers away.
110.
Hitting 1,000 subscribers, you guys.
Yes.
This is major. Shout out to every single one of you guys who have subscribed already. So make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell down below too, because we are doing more pop-up videos. So not just doing our Tuesday live broadcast, we are also popping up whenever anything breaks. Okay. And so we want to make sure that you guys are notified when those stories break. But we are going to have some serious conversations today. So what we got going on, Pat?
Indeed. Yeah, we got a serious one we got to get into. Man, this is really, really tragic. I'm just going to pull this up here right now. There is a young woman by the name of, or her stage name is Miss Jacky Oh. She has now passed away at the age of 32. She passed away actually a couple days ago. But, of course, we didn't have a chance to really sit down and talk about this. But this story has gotten even thicker, more thicker than a snicker. So we have definitely got to talk about this. But real quick, we got to get into, like the actual situation at hand. So let me read this article for you guys really quick. Miss Jacky Oh passes away at the age of 32. And from what we understand, she passed away during, or maybe after, doing a mommy makeover procedure, which we will get into more conversation about that and more details about that here very, very shortly. But let's get into the meat and potatoes, right? So Jacky Oh, who appeared as part of the Wild 'N Out sketch comedy and battle rap improv game show television series, has died. No details have been given in the cause of her demise, which was reportedly in Miami and confirmed by a post on the show's Instagram page. She was only 32 years old. Now, what they say, okay, from the BET Media Group, the spokesperson, he just said, "We are deeply saddened by this by the passing of Jacklyn Smith," and that is actually her government name, okay? A talented Wild 'N Out family member whose impact will forever be treasured and missed. Okay. Now, Jacky Oh was a loving friend and beloved colleague of the Wild 'N Out cast throughout 5 seasons. More importantly, she was a tremendous mother to 3 beautiful children. Now, if you guys don't know, okay, as well, in case you didn't know, she is also the partner to DC Young Fly. All right. They have a bunch of beautiful children together. And obviously, this came as a shock, a massive shock to the entire entertainment world, to the entire entertainment culture, okay, especially for all of us that are huge fans of Wild 'N Out and all that. She is gone. May she rest in peace, first and foremost. At 32 years old, that is really, 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 really too soon to leave this planet, especially with 3 beautiful young kids. So let's continue on here. It says the BET Group they continue to extend their condolences to the Smith family, DC Young Fly, B Simone, Nick Cannon, and all friends who loved and cared for Jacky Oh during this difficult time. And we already know she was romantically linked with DC Young Fly. They have a bunch of beautiful children together. Okay. But she also lived, and the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because the names of these 3 very beautiful kids, okay? She had 3 children by the name of Nova, Nala, and Prince. Again, may she rest in peace. This one really breaks my heart, But it also serves as a much bigger discussion, which of course we are going to be marching into at some point here in a little bit. But we do need to know a little bit more of the meat and potatoes here of what actually happened, how this happened, and all that. But I'm going to throw it over to you, Sandy. What are your thoughts on everything so far? And is there anything else you know so far?
Oh my goodness. First of all, when this story broke, I was absolutely positively floored. I didn't really follow Jacky O much, but I knew of her. I more followed DC, right? Um, the minute the story broke and then I saw who it was, I immediately knew. Like it literally broke me. And I know that was a lot of people's reactions, even those who may not have known who she was, right? When they found out just the general things around this story, just getting the details of the story, to know that she was a mother of three kids, her most recent child being just 10 months old, Prince, right? For her having been so young, 32 years old, this beautiful woman, very devoted mother, just from what I've seen. She has a
Hmm.
YouTube channel. She has over 1 million followers on Instagram, very big following on YouTube as well. Seems to be loved by so many. When I say my feed on Instagram and all the social platforms have been of literally just dedicated posts to Jacky O, so many people loved her. And just you hear of people that that pass, and you can really tell by what people's reactions are to the type of person that person was. So I imagine, just based on the response everyone had to her passing, the dedicated posts that were for her, just how much of an impact she made to so many people. But the one thing that I could see from what I saw is just how much of a devoted mother she was. I've checked out her
Hmm.
YouTube channel, just seeing the videos and the memories that she created through those YouTube videos, just the love she had for DC, the love that they had for each other, for their kids, because he is also a very devoted father to those three kids as well. It just broke my heart, just being a mom of two 6-year-olds. I could never imagine that this be the case, to leave three absolutely beautiful children behind, right? Very unexpectedly. It wasn't that she was, well, that we know of, sick, okay? Because we don't really have all the details as to why she passed, because there could be so many things that could have led to that. But more importantly, this beautiful mother of three, this fiance, this beautiful partner, this friend, this devoted, beautiful woman is now gone. This businesswoman is now gone, and it just breaks my heart. So initially it was just, y'all, I was just my heart was broken, and I honestly didn't have the best sleep that night, the day that I found out about this either, because you can't help but put yourself in that situation too, and just imagine yourself in a situation of having lost your life, leaving behind these three absolutely beautiful children, DC, leaving behind the love of her life, DC. Like, it's just heartbreaking. Like, I,
Yeah.
I just could never imagine.
Yeah.
What did you think when you heard about this?
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I was absolutely shocked. I was absolutely shocked, just like everybody else. At first, I was like, "Wait, isn't that?" Because you remember. I mean, I remember watching the show a long time ago when it
Mhm.
was it was first off and popping. There was that. Obviously, it was really. It's still the formula and what they have going on with that show is still works, and it's still working for them and all that. But back in the day, the show was hot, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And I really, really enjoyed that to a great amount. I mean, it was a really, really funny show, and extremely entertaining.
Yeah.
So when they said her name and I saw her face, I was like, whoa, oh my God, I do know this person.
Mm.
She's been on this show. She's been, doing her thing. I didn't know that she was linked up with DC at all. I didn't know that at all. But when I found out and looked into the information, I really did. It was it's heartbreaking. At the end of the
Mhm.
day, it's really, really heartbreaking. It's not something that you want to be opening up your phone and looking at, especially someone so young. And it
Ugh.
seems like a good hearted human being that really is devoted. dedicated to their children,
Mhm.
dedicated to their man. Their man seems to be extremely happy and dedicated to her. They
Mhm.
seem to have a good understanding of partnership and how they're gonna raise their children together as a couple. And don't get me wrong, no relationship is perfect, but at the same time, it shows a great deal about how they are and letting them just succeed, right? And I figured at some point he was going to get down on one knee at some point, and propose. I mean, that was just kind of the inevitable, right?
Mhm.
But then you start to hear the story of why she passed. Because at first it was, oh my Lord, what happened? I thought maybe it was a car accident. I'm thinking something like she was maybe quietly battling cancer or something. I don't know, something of that sort. But then when you look into the thing, you turn into you tune into the situation. You go, oh damn. So you're really telling me it's because of a mommy makeover? Damn it. And I don't mean to curse. Okay. I don't mean to say it like that. But at the same time, I'm like, damn it. This is a great looking human being. She is a beautiful person. It's frustrating that we live in this world where there is a constant desire or constant need for this needing to get under the knife to do a little nip tuck or to do a lot of nip tuck. Because from my understanding, a mommy makeover is more than just getting, a little bit of a facelift or a little bit of this, that, and the other. From
Mhm.
my understanding, a mommy makeover is like blap boom pow. You walk in one way and you walk out of that mug completely different, right? You get a full body upgrade. That's at least from what I've understand about it,
Depends.
have understood about it,
Yeah,
right?
it depends. Yeah.
And I understand it's a la carte, if you will. It is a la carte. Okay, it could be a breast augmentation with the tummy tuck. It could be a tummy
Right.
tuck with the BBL. It could be a BBL with breast augmentation. It could be so many different things.
Mhm.
But what is still, no matter what, it's putting your body through so much trauma. It's putting your body through so much. You're literally going through a very intense car accident, basically, when you're done with the whole procedure to begin with, depending on what the procedure you're going to do. Mainly, what we see a lot of times are these BBLs. Okay,
Mhm.
that is
Yep.
the thing that everybody goes gaga over, and it's the thing that everybody needs. It's very frustrating, especially for someone who comes onto the side of, hey, be beautiful, be comfortable in your own skin, and don't get
Mhm.
me wrong. Hey, if you need to do a little something, something to make you feel good, by all means, I get it, but do it safely. Do
Yeah.
it safely. This situation that happened to this young woman should not have happened, y'all. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
Yeah.
Should not have happened in this way. And it could be because of health issues, or it could actually be the person who was holding the knife themselves.
Yes, very much so. I mean, it's one of those things right now. There's so much out there. There are so many question marks, right? Um, no one really knows what happened. What they do know is that she was found unresponsive in a Miami hotel room. She was alone, allegedly. Okay. And she was found unresponsive, right? Right now, it's just a matter of finding out what exactly happened that led to her death. Okay. Um, and there's so many other questions that come with this too, right? Typically with a mommy makeover, typically, right? It can be a tummy tuck and a breast aug, or it can be a tummy tuck and a breast lift. Okay. Sometimes it's a tummy tuck, it's a breast augmentation or breast lift, and it's liposuction as well, right? It's for the most part, that's typically what a mommy makeover is, right? Lord only really knows the exact things she was getting done in her mommy makeover. My understanding, it was with a doctor, Dr. Zach, someone who is now under major scrutiny right now because He was the one who obviously performed the surgery. And of course, people are trying to figure out, was the reason for her death because of the surgery? Did it happen because of something that he did on the table? Or was it something else after the fact? The other side of it is too, after you do anything like a tummy tuck or breast aug, especially tummy tucks, things like that, there are post-care things that need to also take place, right? And typically when people will do a breast aug, a BBL, whatever the case may be, there's some form, there it is right there. There's some form of aftercare. So some people actually go to a facility where they will receive the proper care for whatever it is that they had done, to make sure that they're getting the lymphatic massages and the things that help to move the liquid so that you're not, prone to having any issues thereafter. Or they will send a team to your hotel room, okay? And they will have someone there to help you with that post-op care. So that's one of the biggest questions for me, is they found her unresponsive alone in her room. So what happened previous to that? Had she been receiving post-op care? Why was she not in a post-op facility? Or was somebody, was she not receiving care at all? Why was she there alone? Was she down there with anyone else, like family, a friend? Because you want to be down there or getting surgery and have at least one other person there to help with whatever transportation, getting to and from, getting in and out of the car, the cab, the Uber, whatever the case may be, right? So many freaking questions. And then of course, Dr. Zach.
We're gonna get to Dr. Zach here in a
Dr.
second.
Zach is a whole nother scenario in itself.
Can I just interject really quick? Okay, ladies, let me just say this really quick. I need to say it. I just need to say it. Okay, because it really drives me nuts. Because I'm hearing all these kinds of stories. Like I'm hearing crazy stories of. And don't get me wrong. Okay, I get it. You want to look good on a budget. Right? Some of y'all are flying out to Dominican Republic, getting all kinds of crazy stuff done to your body. Literally, you do this traumatic transformation to your body. Okay. I'm just talking about BBLs for right now. The tummy tuck BBL. Okay. You do the tummy tuck BBL in some random country that you ain't never been before. Probably bought your passport specifically so you can go to the DR to get the procedure done. As soon as the procedure is done, you jump back onto a plane almost the day after, y'all. Almost the doggone day after. All right. And then suddenly, you guys start having complications. Why? Because you're not fully giving yourself time to heal. Period. You're not giving yourself enough time to heal, or you went to a $1.99 surgeon, okay, who obviously has done it a million times before, but is treating you just like you are a hamburger on a dollar menu, just another bill. Another bag to secure. Let me do this thing. Nah. Sew them up. Get the hell out. Okay. Let us know how you do. If our phone doesn't work, oops, sorry. We hear these stories countless times of women getting really botched procedures because they're trying to cut the budget. Now, on top of this, to just speak on the behalf of what happened to Miss Jacky Oh. I don't know how many other procedures she's done in her life. This could have been her first one. This could have been her fifth one. But in a way, some people get real cocky. And I'm not like, may she rest in peace. I'm not knocking her. I'm not knocking anything about her. But a lot of people feel like the threshold of pain they can withstand. A lot of people will sit there and go, this is going to be fine. I don't need nobody. I don't need the massages. I don't need the team to come and check in on me. I'm Gucci. Wait, so you're telling me that cuts off at least $750 to $800 on my bill? Bet that. I'm going to do this and I'm just going to muscle through it with some ibuprofen. We hear those kind of stories. I've heard those stories before. And I feel like in this particular situation, that could have happened with her. She decided, let me cut the corner so I can keep some of the bag. Maybe because she's used to that threshold of pain. I don't know. But at the same time, long story short, just to wrap up what I'm trying to say, it's very important that you really take care of yourself. If you do decide to take that kind of procedure, literally it is like putting your body through a car crash. I'm not kidding. It is
Yeah. It's
extremely
extremely
volatile.
invasive. Yeah.
It is very intense. You have to take every single precaution that you can because there's blood clots, there's all kinds of different things, congestive heart failure that could happen, etc., which is probably what happened to this young woman
Yeah.
because she was not helped, she was not taken care of, she was not looked over, no one was sitting there making sure to massage her body to make sure the blood is flowing in the right areas, so on and so forth. Those are very serious things, and a lot of ladies try to look over that being like, all right, it's going to be fine, I'll just fly down there on my day off, do the procedure, fly back, and no one will be the wiser. Everybody will just think I just got slim thick overnight. And it's like, no, you need to tell your people, communicate with your people, because you might end up just like what happened to Miss Jacky Oh here. I'm done. Sorry.
Here's the
Just
thing.
had to
No,
say
no,
it.
no. No, no, no. I mean, there's so many sides to this. There's so many ways to look at this, right? Number one, when it comes to her particular situation, and we don't personally know her, so everything that we're saying is literally just alleged. We really don't know.
True.
We're just reporting on what it is that what has come out about this situation. And of course, we're going to update you guys as we see more information come out. But the reality is, there's a possibility that she may not have had to pay for any part of this at all whatsoever because of her following, right? She has over 1 million followers on Instagram. She has plenty of followers on YouTube. A lot of, social media, celebrities in general, will go to doctors and not pay a dime for the surgeries that they do have because of the fact that they're going to get the publicity from having shared that they're getting this surgery done by this specific doctor. In fact, she had posted that she was saying, she literally posted on her Instagram and was going to document these things on her social media as she recovered from this mommy makeover. So she had actually posted that picture you guys saw earlier
Good
of
point.
her and Dr. Zach having done the procedure, the mommy makeover, right? Of course, he has since they've posted that, taken that photo down, but
Yeah.
there's a very good chance that she could have easily gotten this surgery for free just
And
to promote his practice.
right. And this is
Others did the same exact thing.
And it's this very photo that she posted on
Mhm.
Instagram to promote and let people know, hey, this Dr. Zach is about to do this thing to me, blah, blah, blah. Follow me on my, when I get done, follow me on my whole healing process and all that. So yeah.
Right. Right.
So good point there.
And so with that, right, there's a lot of different ways we can look at this. Okay. One, I have to say there could possibly have not been something negligent. I'm just playing devil's advocate on the doctor's end, although we're going to go into more detail about what has come out about the doctors since this has happened. But
Mm-hmm.
just to play devil's advocate, there's a possibility that it may not have been anything that he personally did on the table. It could have been something that was an underlying issue, because people don't realize that there are so many underlying issues that can truly impact how you come off a table, whether it's for a mommy makeover or any kind of surgery. Some people can't do anesthesia, something as simple as anesthesia, which you have to have, right, in certain situations, and can cause their demise that way as well, right? So there could have been underlying issues that could have surrounded this as well that she may not have been aware of, that could have caused her demise as well. Some people are saying cardiac arrest. There are so many different things that could have been the reason for this. So while we really truly don't know it was anything to do or had anything to do with the doctor, right, or anything that was done on the table, there are still so many questions, and there's so much out there that could have been the reason for this. The biggest and most important thing being that obviously this shouldn't have happened in the first place. Like, literally, she was a businesswoman, a mom, 32 years old, left three beautiful kids behind, literally just had her first son, 10 months, guys. He's 10 months old. Okay. Beautiful blended family. They went on outings together with DC and his family and her family, like beautiful blended family, right?
Right.
They weren't married, but they were obviously close. You could see it in her YouTube, you could see it on her Instagram. It's just such an unfortunate thing. And there are so many things surrounding now with this having come out, Dr. Zach, and all that
Mm-hmm.
has come out since this has come out, that has us questioning what could have potentially happened on the table based on some of his history. I know Pac's going to be pulling some of that up for us here so you can hear.
Yeah,
that.
it's just a thing. When we see stuff like this right here, Jackie O's surgeon reportedly faced previous complaints of botched procedures before her demise. I mean, when you hear or when you see something like this, it's to me that would give me great pause. And I also say this too, and don't get me wrong. Like before we go into this article, too, let me echo what Sandy's saying here. I agree. She could have gotten a hookup. He probably was like, "Yo, you got a huge following. You're doing this, that, and the third. Let me hook you up with this. All I ask you to do is to document everything, post it, etc. Boast about my great work, and I'll give you a free whatever, or I'll give it to you for a quarter of the price, or whatever it might be. That might be it too. Or she might have just paid for the whole thing. We don't know. Obviously, we don't know what the bag was all about, right?
Yes.
What the business was all about. But still, I have to say this on top of it. Please, guys, do your research. If you're going to do any type of BBL, any type of breast augmentation, any type of lipo, calf implants, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Okay, ab implants. Okay, because those are real.
They're real.
Please, guys, do us all a favor. We want you still on this side of the earth. Okay,
Yeah.
so please do your due diligence, do your research, and no, just don't go through some Yelp review type BS. Look up your stuff. Individually go and meet with those plastic surgeons yourself. Do consultations. See if there's a vibe there. If you're vibing with the person, and if you're really feeling like, well, I gotta get that new booty, then okay, get the booty. Just do it quickly. Do it smartly. Okay, don't do it quickly.
Right.
Don't do it quickly. Do it smart. Okay, do it in an intelligent way. All
And
right.
this is not to say that she did not. We're not telling you
No,
that she didn't do her due
not
diligence,
at all.
that she didn't do her research. We
Right.
truly do not know. But
No,
this is very much a cautionary tale for so many people because this does happen. People
absolutely.
do pass away on the table or off the table
Kanye.
after surgery like this. His mother, prime example, right? And we've heard of many other situations, not even just coming off the table, passing away, but having botched surgeries, which is what we're going to go into now. Surgeries that didn't come out the way they were supposed to. So now you've got something that is permanent, semi-permanent, or has to be corrected again with surgery. And will you go under the knife again with that? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just depending on how it is. So there are a lot of risks involved with that. And we're
Right.
going to go into what's been
Yeah.
going on with Dr. Zach here.
Dr. Zach Oka. Okay, here's the
Yeah.
guy right here. All right. And obviously, we already know this is Miss Jackie O. All right. He was the plastic surgeon. Dr. Zach faced previous complaints from patients over alleged botched procedures, according to a new report. So we already know that she had passed and all that. The star visited Zach, real name Zachary Oka, for a mommy makeover, which could mean so many different things, just to be really honest, before her sudden death, as she reportedly updated fans about it in a since deleted Instagram post, which is the post that I showed you guys, that photo. Okay. And now the outlet reports that PH1, or I guess Penthouse One Miami surgeon, the Penthouse One Miami surgeon, has had sued multiple former patients over online reviews of his procedures in the past. I'm sorry, no offense, but to me, that is a red flag.
That's
period.
a couple of red flags.
That's multiple red flags. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's continue. Okay. Let's continue. Oka's business, Penthouse One Miami, did not immediately respond to people's request for a comment. Okay. According to a screenshot obtained by Hollywood Unlocked, posed alongside the surgeon in a photo and teased a makeover before her death, asking fans to stay tuned to her YouTube channel for the full reveal. In the days since, Page Six reports they I don't know what that is, but I hate the typos. But anyway,
I know.
But that I guess Dr. Oka previously filed lawsuits against other clients, such as these other people who repeatedly or reportedly sued for more than $30,000 in July of 2021.
Yeah, and he actually dropped those allegations too.
Yeah. So the publication reports the publication reports alleged that the surgeon mutilated her in
Mm.
a real self review, claims that the doctor allegedly called false. He reportedly accused his former patient of directly engaging with prospective clients and
Mm.
encouraging them to go elsewhere, but dismissed the lawsuit without prejudice in 2021, December of 2021.
Mhm.
Additionally, the doctor filed a lawsuit in September 2021 against Kyla Nurnberg for claiming that he doesn't have happy patients. Page 6 reports. She claimed his reviews on Google were fake and written by their own staff or friends.
Ooh.
Oh boy, the doctor also filed a suit for $30,000 per the outlet. He reportedly also had the suit dismissed without prejudice in the same year, in the same month of 2021, December 2021. Okay? Now, that's very, very interesting.
Mhm.
To me, it screams cover up. To me, it screams that he's trying to keep a 100% rating on his doctor version of Yelp review.
Right.
But at the same time, he's going out of his way to sue people. Why?
Yeah.
Because he got the money. He got money. He got time. He's got fun coupons. He can do that. You know,
And then dropping the suit.
you either have money or you have time.
Listen, he done dropped both of those suits. Okay. And he
Yeah.
can't sue them again for that same thing again. Once this is done, it's done. Okay. But now all of these things are coming into question now, for obvious reasons. So it's just a matter of finding out. They're going to perform an autopsy to see what it is that caused her death. And of course, we'll report that here as soon as we find out. But in the meantime, there's so much speculation. It's like, was it him? Was it something he did? Because all of these things don't really make him look too good. And here's the thing. I'm going to be completely 100% transparent with y'all. Because this also really, had me in another headspace upon hearing about this whole story. Okay. Number one, by default, I was completely saddened by the whole situation, her having left 3 kids behind, her partner behind, right? The other side of it is that I personally, and this is just sharing something personal myself, went in to get a consult for a mommy makeover several years ago. Okay. After I had my twins. My brother does not know this. This is the first time he's probably hearing it. And
I did
literally,
not. So
yep.
that's a new one
So
for me.
yeah. And literally went in for a mommy makeover consultation. This is years ago. I've been really on this big health journey, and have been most of my life. But of course, you moms know, after you don't have kids, it does something a little different to your body. Your body may or may not bounce back the way it used to. Okay. And then when you get into the minutia of life, mom life, all the newness of being a new mom, of being a new parent, right? You're literally like just trying to figure out life and catch the sleep when you can get it. And then you have to figure out how to get the motivation to get into the gym and work out and do all of those things. I had always had certain areas on my body that I just wasn't the fondest of, even previous to having kids. And of course, after you have your kids, at this point, I'm like, I done had twins, right? These gonna probably be my last kids. I might as well go and check this out. And I've been wanting to do it for a very, very long time. I've been thinking about it for a while, but not gonna lie to y'all, petrified of going under the knife, okay, for something cosmetic, okay? And so I was like, you know what? A consultation won't hurt. Went in to the consultation. Of course, I went in after doing a crap ton of research. Okay, you guys. Like when I say I did my due diligence, I did my due diligence and some. I am very anal retentive. I do not play about that type of stuff. Okay. So recommendations. I mean, I did everything under the sun. Went to the consultation, found out just how invasive a tummy tuck is and all that's involved with the aftercare, the post-op, all of it, but the recovery, how you're going to feel, but more importantly, the risk behind the surgery. Okay. Keep in mind, I done just had my 2 babies. Okay. Y'all, I walked out of that office and I was like, there is no way on God's green earth I'm risking my life. Okay. Knowing that I now have 2 babies in this world that I have to be here for something physically cosmetic. This is nothing against anyone who does that, because I am totally pro surgery. I am pro whatever makes you happy, as long as it's not illegal and it's not hurting somebody else or yourself, right? But
Facts.
after having that consultation, even though I knew so much about it, and I'd done my research previous to, the person I was speaking to was a very legitimate surgeon. I trusted them telling me what they were telling me. But I will say that I appreciate what they did, which was to really give me the actual factuals as to how invasive it really was. Because I said, okay, give me the risk factor here. Like, don't, okay, it's cute. I'm gonna look a certain way. That's great. You're gonna make this belly button, because they really do make you a whole belly button and everything and all that shit. I get that. Tell me that. I get that. You told me that. Really, how risky is this surgery? It's extremely invasive, you guys. This is major surgery. There's major post-op care you have to have. There's recovery time, right? There's things you're not gonna be able to do for a while because you're going to be recuperating. There's certain garments you have to wear depending on what type of stuff you had done. Okay. And she kept it funky with me, y'all. Like, when I say she kept it funky, she was like, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. This is extremely invasive. Okay. You can die on the table. There are things that can happen after the fact. There's septic shock. There's all these things. And upon her telling me the real deal, which I truly appreciated, I walked out that motherfucker like, I am not doing this. 65 pounds lost later. I just found the motivation to get into that gym and do whatever I could. And 65 pounds later, I'm here. And my perfect no, I wasn't looking for perfection any damn way. But I sure as hell want to be here for my babies. Okay.
Right.
So understand that I'm not at all. Neither one of us is against this at all. And because we're pro whatever makes you happy. But really, really, really do the research and then weigh the pros and cons, you guys. Because the real reason I walked out that office, it wasn't because I couldn't have done it, because I could have. I'm happy to get a new belly button and a flat stomach. My stomach would have been flat, because my stomach is not flat, y'all. I look good, okay? Especially after having 2 kids and the work that I done put in. But I would have been flat. You know what I mean? I'd have been, but honey, I'd have been flat, risking my life. No, I'm good. I'm good. I got 2 whole babies that I have to physically be here for. And that is the reason I walked out that office and said, I will never turn back, and just did what I did. Right. So just kind of wanted to share the flip side of that coin, because I know, especially women, there's a lot of pressure, especially social media and all this. And I can only imagine what it's like in the celebrity world, just how exacerbated that is. Right.
Right.
How hard it is to keep up with those things, keeping up with the Joneses and the this and the that, and then physically keeping up with, you know what I mean, what's hot and what people look like in Hollywood and all of that. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that is just what we deal with, right? But think twice. Really, 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 really think twice before you decide to do something like this, because it is truly, truly major surgery, and you can have major issues happen after the fact. So just wanted to share that, because we're real people here. We report, but we're real people here. I mean, I went in for a mommy makeover. I came out not doing it, but I went in like a lot of other women do, right? So just do your research. You know what I mean? But we're not poo-pooing on any of you guys that do that or who have done it.
No. We're not ishing on it. We're not shitting on anybody that has done it or wants to do it. By all means, if you want to do it, hey, just do the research.
Do the research, right?
I say before I even say do it, I say do the research. Really do the research. Just because it's a place in Miami that might be known, make sure it's the right fit for you. Just because it's some place that's on the $1.99 menu in Dominican Republic or something crazy like that, hey, make sure it's the right place for you. I see a lot of people, and this is even beyond BBLs and breast augmentations and all that. I see people going and flying to India to go and get veneers, okay? And then they fly back and half the teeth gone. Like, I'm just being real. You got to be smart on the choices that you are making with your body, because you only got one of them. That's it. Okay. You got 4 limbs and a head and, and a whole bunch of stuff in between. And that's it. Once it's gone, it doesn't, we're not reptilian. It doesn't grow back. It's gone. Okay. So I just say, hey, I'm all for living your best life, being the best version of yourself, and visualizing and manifesting what you want to have for yourself. And if that means doing a little nip tuck or something like that, hey, that is totally fine. All I say is, please, oh, for the love of God, do the research before you pick somebody terrible, and then your end result is detrimental to yourself and to the people around you as well. That's it. You see what I'm saying?
Ask the hard questions, please. Ask the hard questions.
Ask the hard questions.
Risks.
But I also want to say
the risk.
But I also want to say this too, though, because you said this, just you basically mentioned it, but I will say this too. Okay. And there are surgeons that have been on like TMZ talking about what happened with Miss Jacky Oh, and talking about these mommy makeovers. And they literally have said, okay, guys, no disrespect to anybody who wants these things, but there's a really easy and cheaper way and safer way for you to get this mommy makeover or to get the BBL. It's called picking up some weights. It's called eating properly. It's called starting a diet. It's called going and put in the work in the gym. And this is literally coming from a known Hollywood, like Beverly Hills plastic surgeon who is extremely wealthy in doing these kinds of procedures. And he's like, yo, if I had the choice, I would, if I had a say in some of these women's choices, I would say, hey, if it's just that little bit of losing a couple inches around the waist, or adding getting a little bit more of hips, or a little bit more of a booty. Hey, there are ways of doing that without you actually going under the knife and risking it all just so that you can look good for a couple years. This has longevity. This type of procedure, by working out, eating well, taking care of yourself, going into places. Shoot, even Nicole just said, yes, Planet Fitness, $10. Like, yes, without the lunk. I hate the lunk alarm, but you know what I'm saying. I'm a guy. I like to throw things down and make noise. But other than that, hey, ladies, it's a really nice spot. You can go in there. It's cheap, and it's $10 a month to go in there and get your sweat on and get into your best shape of in your life. Remember, your body is all you got for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
So what if it's a botched surgery? I've seen so many botched surgeries from these BBLs and really bad breast augmentations or bad tummy tucks. And guess what? Those girls still have to live with that for the rest of their lives, or they try to go and fix it and it's unfixable. They just keep doing the procedure over and over and over again, hoping that it can fix itself. Some brilliant surgeon's going to look at them and like they're the statue of David and he's Michelangelo, just chiseling away, thinking that he's going to make a miracle happen. A lot of times it doesn't happen, y'all. So I say health, eating right, working out. Because some of y'all, man, dudes do this stuff too, and it drives me crazy. They think they go under the knife. As soon as it's over, oh, I don't have to work out or nothing. I got the six pack. I'm good. Or I got the booty. I'm good. Guess what? That goes away. You don't work it.
No,
it goes away.
You get lipo in certain spots. Here's the funny thing, Pac.
It's ridiculous to me.
Spots, let's just say I get lipo right here on my arm. This is really how it works, right? Allegedly. Look, that you get lipo right here. Let's say I get lipo here. I get all the fat. Now you guys get to see all my fatty tricep. Okay, so let's say I get lipo all here, right? It gone, right? Now I get done, right? I'm back. I'm fully recovered, and I wore my undergarments and did all of that, right?
Right.
I go back to what I was eating before. Like I'm just eating whatever. I'm eating like doo-doo, okay? Typically what happens, the fat that comes from whatever it is that you were consuming, you would think it'd go back to where it was previous. Oh no. Typically it's going to show up someplace else, not where you had the lipo. It typically lands someplace else, which is why you'll see some people who come from, having had a mommy makeover, a tummy tuck or whatever, or, BBL or whatever, when they've put on weight, they look really kind of weird because the fat will go other places because they done had lipo or whatever they had in those areas. So it'll go where else? It'll go someplace else. It's going to find another place to go. Okay. Yep. So y'all ask the hard questions. The other thing I was going to mention too, and this is just one more thing, just for any of you guys who are having questioning this, wondering if you should do this, get lab work done. It cannot hurt to get your own personal lab work done to
Good point.
see if you have any underlying issues before you go up under that knife. Make sure you don't have any allergies. Get all the allergy tests. Nowadays, you can like spit in the freaking and send it off in the mail and find out what kind of allergies you have, right? So literally, I mean, for real, you know what I mean?
You find out like you're the third prince of some Egyptian tribe just from
Right,
spit.
I'm
Like,
saying
damn.
nowadays you can just mail it out and find out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So get lab work done. Find out if there's any underlying issues that you may not be aware of. Double check to make sure your blood pressure is cool. They're gonna check some of that too. But some of that underlying stuff they won't know. You know what I'm saying? So to find out lab work, get blood work done, do those things so that you know what's going on with you, but also to make sure that you aren't higher risk, not even realizing that you're also higher risk going under that knife too. Okay, so you're going to go through the research of researching the person you will go under the knife for or with, at least get some lab work done to make sure you're 100% okay. Because it truly could have been an underlying issue. We really don't know what the cause of her death was, right?
That's true. We don't
so-
know. We don't know. And speaking of the family and just wanting to know what's going on with the family or what happened to her and if the family knows of anything at all. I know that DC Young Fly did finally speak out. Now, he spoke out 4 days ago. I don't know why everybody's talking about it now like it's brand spanking new information, but he did speak out. To me, it sounds like he was speaking through a PR agency or his PR people. Okay. But I did want to bring that up here. And it says DC Young Fly. Okay. His name is really John Whitfield, which is interesting. He doesn't look like a John Whitfield to me, but anyway, and his family shared a statement with People. And it says, "We thank everyone for the well wishes and ask for privacy during this difficult time." Very, very typical statement to make during this horrendous, heartbreaking time that he's going through right now as we speak. I can only imagine what he's going through because I don't think, no one expects any of this to happen. And then when it does, I mean, it's the rug ripped out from under your feet.
Yeah.
It's shocking. And, from my understanding, from what I've heard about DC, I've heard nothing but wonderful, glowing remarks about how he is as a person.
Yeah.
When the cameras are off, he's actually really down to earth, really cool, fun, and just someone who really just loves doing what he does. That he's blessed and happy that he's doing what he's doing. Now he has to raise these kids, and that's one thing that obviously I'm sending all my prayers out to him for that as well. But real quick, we got a comment here I wanted to pull up. Cloud said a lot of women want to look the same now with the body type and that all these IG model influencers show or artists. You know what, Cloud? I agree 110%. This is the issue in which we live in right now. We are in it is, if you can't get it from going under the knife, or if you can't get it from injecting it into your body, meaning like steroids and whatnot, because fellas, it's the same thing too. Then guys, then we don't want to put the work in. We don't want to sit there and go, yeah, you know what? It took me 2 years, but I am now looking like The Rock, right? With abs, by the way, because The Rock doesn't have abs, but The Rock with abs after working 2 years hard in the paint, okay? And being able to maintain it and all that. A lot of people, guys, man, they don't want to do that. They're like, I ain't got time for this. Give me some HGH. Give me some TRT. Give me some whatever, testosterone or whatever the hell it's called. Give me as many pills and many drugs as I can get so I can get jacked up and look like these fitness influencers on IG. Same thing with the girls, right? It'll be, oh, wow, she's real curvy. She looks this, and this. That's the kind of body I want to have. Oh, I need to go and spend $8,000 to do this mommy makeover, even though I ain't popped out not one kid yet, but I'm going to get this mommy makeover now. It's so that I can look like these girls, so I can endorse fitness juice that you don't even drink, that you don't even use, because let's be real. Can you run a mile? Like, that's the thing.
There's a lot of that.
Can you run a mile? Can you even do a push-up?
Unfortunately.
lady who's all jacked up and looking, dope and fly on the beach with the waves crashing and stuff behind her and everything. Are you really healthy, or are you still going home and eating burgers, when the cameras are off? That's the thing. And that's what's frustrating about the world that we live in. It's a lot of BS, a lot of bullshit out here in the fitness industry and in the beauty industry. And I think that it's really sad that we still lean on people like Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashians, the Kardashians in general, and say that that is the pillar, that is the mold of what beauty should be. It is not. Beauty is whatever you.
Cardi B's, like the people that are out there. Oh,
Cardi B, holy cow.
Yeah,
Look at her, what she first was to what she is now. Completely different, okay?
Lord,
and what's frustrating is, do you realize? I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, Sandy, but because the beauty thing really pisses me off. I'm gonna be real. I've talked about this a million times on my show, okay? And so I don't mean to get on my soapbox, mopping my brow, okay? I say it, but I have to say this. It's very frustrating. Guys, fellas, let me just be real with you. Those girls that you dating that are all fine and look great, that are all nip tucked and all that stuff, have you ever seen what they really look like? I mean, what they naturally were born to look like? What they looked like before they went under the knife? I'm just telling you, as much as you go, man, she a baddie, that's all manufactured, guys.
They don't care.
But a lot of them, hey, eventually you're going to want to have kids with them. Eventually you want to know what eventually you're going to want to know what your kids are going to naturally look like. You see what I'm saying? So you're looking at these women like Kim Kardashian. Look at Kim Kardashian and look at what she used to look like. Okay. Look what she looked like. I'm telling you right now, that is not what her kids look like right now. What she looks like right now, they are not what her kids look like. Okay? Because it's all manufactured crap. Fellas, guys, girls too, okay? Because there's a lot of guys out here that are nipping and tucking and doing all kinds of crazy stuff too to look perfect. What did they look like beforehand? And what is it? Why can't they just be happy for being who they are in their natural skin?
It's just it's this social media
it's frustrating
stuff. It's the world, it's Hollywood, it's what people see on TV, the social media, the Instagram, the TikToks, and all of that. I actually saw a few comments in here. Nicole Lovely said, we just need to collectively embrace motherhood and what it looks like. Stop shaming or pressuring moms to get back to pre-baby body.
Where the hell's that?
Agree.
Damn,
totally
she said,
agree. A little further up.
Nicole said something smart.
You better stop. Don't pay attention to my brother Nicole. We love you. Don't pay attention to him, okay?
I'm playing.
And then hold on.
Damn.
Oh, so and
There's
then
more?
Cloud says, I was a size 3. And after my daughter, I'm now an 8. My husband likes me a little thicker. Laugh out loud. I love that, Cloud. Like, I love seeing this stuff. You know what I mean? Celeste says, when you get older, gravity is a mother sucker. Sure is. Sure is. Hey, I mean, Pac doesn't know what we as women deal with.
No. Hold up. Time out. Because I don't want no smoke. Okay. First off, hold on. First off, Nicole, I love you. You know I love you, Nicole. I'm just playing. But second, let me be real. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm against a little nip tuck or a little bit of upkeep. There's nothing wrong with a little upkeep, but when you do the whole thing, the whole enchilada, you aren't even the same person you were when you walked into the building. You walk out and you look like a 12-year-old Asian boy. That's weird. That's weird, y'all, and that's too much. You feel me?
I get it. But us women,
wrong.
We go, especially speaking for women. You know what I mean? We go through a lot and we deal with a lot, and there's a lot of pressure on us. You know what I'm saying? And then,
True.
It's just, and then there's pressure we put on ourselves. You know what I mean? By default, we want to be amazing moms, caregivers, providers, wives, partners, significant others, and all of that. Business women, whatever, your titles are.
There's a lot of pressure for men too.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure.
We want to be rich. We want to be rich.
Front.
We want to have nice things. We want to have a big dick. We want to have great kids. We want to be a great father. We want an amazing house around, over our heads.
Not all y'all have big dicks.
And of course, not all of us. But I
Unfortunately,
can't speak on behalf of that part of the
I
population.
was waiting for him to respond.
But
I was
but what
waiting
I'm
for him to be
saying
like,
is
I can't be. I'm not part of that club.
there's a lot of things that we want as well, but there's things that we as men can't really. I'm just being real. There's things that for us as men that we really can't physically do.
No, but there's a lot that we
Really,
can that they're just not as popular as what we do as women. Reality is, though,
I mean,
long story short, right? It's an unfortunate thing. A lot of the people that we see and that we know and that we love and we listen to music of and watch and da 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 literally don't look like what they looked like when they first came into the game. You know what I mean? And so this is what our kids are looking at. This is what we're looking at. You know what I mean? These are what are going to be what our kids look at and who they look up to, unfortunately. So it's going to be key for us as parents, as providers, as, whatever, moms and dads and all of that, to make sure that we're giving them a proper foundation so they don't fall into those traps of not, feeling like they have to be and look that way to be accepted. And then same goes for us as women. We need to just, self-love is such a big thing. You know what I mean? It's a big thing with me.
absolutely.
It's something that I truly always just share with everyone on my social media and all of that, to just work on loving yourself, because that's major. And it's just a sad story overall. Ultimately, this should have never happened, right? My prayers and my thoughts go out to Jackie Oh's family, DC Young, his family, himself as well, his kids, like praying over everyone involved, and just hoping, hoping for peace for them, because this is it's a shock. This is something that they did not expect. It's not like she was sick and there were some things, this was totally unexpected. He was supposedly, when he got the news, he was recording for Wildin' Out and then got a call, that she had passed. So, just an unfortunate situation, and just a true tale to really kind of have in the back of our minds, before doing anything, just do your research, check yourself out to make sure you're okay too, physically.
Love your doggone self.
And love the skin you're in.
Come on.
Love the skin you're in. I know it's easier said than done. It really is.
But real quick, we got to go into this piece here too, before we wrap up. Okay. Because this has been a great conversation, and here it is. I get it. Real quick. I do agree with women as far as the standards of beauty. There is a lot more pressure than men. A lot of us, the men, if you're lucky enough to be born good looking, present company not exclusive. Stop. But outside of that, it is very difficult for us guys out here, but it's on a different level, right? Because you can, unfortunately, if you're not, physically attractive, you may be attractive in other ways, and you can lean on that. But at the same time, there is no procedure that you can go into and get yourself become $1 million, a millionaire. You see what I'm saying? It's not like you can walk into one room and after 2 weeks of pain, suddenly you are a multi-millionaire. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times the measure of a man in these worlds, and of course this goes into another can of worms, which we don't have time for, but a lot of times the measure of a man is not only just by their looks, it's also what they got in their wallet. And unfortunately for us guys, it's not like we could just walk into a room, rob a bank, and walk out and go, yo, I got some bags, yo. You know what I mean? It's just, unfortunately, it's a different world. Whereas for women, in the standards of beauty, it can be something as simple as walking into, not as simple, but you know what I'm saying? Still a lot of pain and all that stuff. I'm not downgrading it. I'm just saying there's still that procedure of walking in, doing the actual thing, walking out, and you look like Kim Kardashian. You know what I mean? And or, a very watered down version of it, just depending on who your surgeon is. And that's, I feel, the very interesting dynamic and difference between men and women. Because a guy can look really good looking if he's driving a Ferrari that he actually owns. not
True.
rents. You see what I'm saying? But
Unfortunately, it's a double standard. But yeah,
unfortunately,
it's true.
the double standard is very, very real. But
Mhm.
one thing I do want to bring up, and this is also bringing up a lot of backlash to B Simone. She recently posted this on her Instagram. I'm going to read it to you guys because it's very, very small on the screen here, and I can only imagine some of y'all are still using iPhone 3s out here in this biz naive. So I'm going to read this to you guys really quick. Underneath this blue box, okay, that's in white writing, which I will read in a second. She does say in a post, okay, she actually said, because B Simone is, she has her own podcast, etc. Personality, Instagram influencer, I guess, for lack of a better term. Okay. She says, if you're not on my close friends, you're not going to see much of my life during this time. Close friends, I love you. Thank you for being a safe space. And then underneath that, she put a link to her close friends. Now, just so you guys know, close friends is basically like a paywall on Instagram so that you can pay a certain amount of money a month and you can see more exclusive content from the likes of a Instagram content creator that you like. For example, B Simone. Okay. So she posts this after she found out about the death of her good friend, Miss Jacky Oh. She posted this and said, hey, basically promoting, go to become a close friend. Spend $5 to $10, however much money it is. I don't know how much money it is, but go through the paywall and you can get exclusive content of me grieving for the loss of my friend. Okay, so let me read this top part. Okay, the one that's in blue here. And I know you guys can't really see it, but I'm going to read it for you anyway. B Simone is asking for people to pay for access to her close friends as she, quote unquote, grieves her friend, Jacky Oh. How can you ever bring yourself to use your friend's passing as a means to get people to pay for your close friends is insanity. This is beyond low and disgusting. Now, this is getting a lot of backlash, or B Simone is getting a lot of backlash over this particular situation. People have been posting, tweeting about this on Black Twitter, basically saying B Simone telling people to pay for her close friends access during this time is really tasteless. B Simone is IG pimping her grieving journey for $10. It's $10. I thought it was $5. Okay. Another person said, B Simone different. First, it was the manifestation classes. Now it's paid to be in my IG close friends. So I grieve the loss of my good friend. Now, girl. All right. Now, another one. B Simone, one more. B Simone, weird as hell for trying to get y'all to buy her close friends membership so y'all can watch her grieve, basically. Okay, so you can watch her grieve, basically. Now, let me just tell you something, okay? I get it. Everyone's got their own hustle. I get it. We all got to secure the bag in some sort of way. But what the hell are you smoking? What kind of crack are you smoking that you would sit here, go onto your IG story and say, hey, if you're not paying $10 a month to watch how I'm going through this trying time, you're missing out. Please join my close friends on IG for $10 a month. You are literally trying to scoop the bag and exploit the death of someone that you claim to be a good friend. You are on crack, and I wouldn't be surprised if she lost a lot of followers and support for posting something like that. That is absolutely what somebody else just said. It is absolutely tasteless what this B Simone is doing right now. I don't care. I think it's jacked up. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. And the reason why I'm looking at comments. Okay, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. And I was curious to see if any of you guys subscribe to her her friends, the green bean, as she calls it.
Close friends.
I'm curious to see if any of you guys are subscribed to her close friends. And if you are, let us know in the chat or in the comments here. I will say this. Absolutely poor taste. Absolutely in the worst. I mean, this is the worst. I actually did see this when it was posted. because I do follow B Simone on social media. I've seen the other posts that she's put up where she's made dedicated posts for, to Jacky Oh. She was a very close friend to Jacky Oh, by the way. Like, this was not somebody just, this was a very, very close friend of B Simone's. So, she's put up posts, for Jacky O, beautiful posts, beautiful dedicated posts on her Instagram stories, her close friends as well as her actual page as well. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt on one front. She has a ton of assistants, and she really she doesn't necessarily do a lot of the posting when it comes to the promoting of what she's doing for close friends. Hold on.
I know. I'm waiting.
I want to believe. Look, I'm trying to be advocate on this one, only because I actually followed her for a while, right? I don't know her from a can of paint. Okay. I will say that I want to hope that it was an assistant that just put it up and it was just in poor taste. I don't know why I don't see her being the person that put that shit up, because if there was ever a time to like not do shit, not say shit, just, it's about Jacky now. It's not about you building your close friends following. Okay. We'll get back to you later. Okay. When I saw this, I was like, oh shit, of course you got backlash. You know what I mean? I'm looking to see if there's anybody. I'm trying to see. Let me see.
Wait, are you hoping to see?
I'm looking to see if anybody is. I'm curious.
Are you really hoping to see a supporter up in this bitch?
No. I'm very curious to see if anybody is. Okay. I wanted to see if there were any comments from anybody who's their close friends. Here's the thing. Was it an absolute poor taste? Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely, without a doubt. Like, would I ever in life do something like that? Hell no. Absolute in poor taste. It was just the worst timing. I don't know what the hell she was thinking doing that. Even if whether it was her, an assistant, or whatever, man, this was the absolute worst time to have done something like that. So
you think?
I'm just praying that it was an assistant. And it wasn't her.
You praying? You praying that this was an assistant? It wasn't her. Can I just?
I love that girl. I just don't want to believe that she put that shit up there herself to promote her. I almost said OnlyFans, to promote her close friends.
I believe she did it herself.
I want to believe it was maybe an assistant, but like I said, it could have very well been her. You know what I mean? And if that was the case, B Simone, love you, girl. Horrible.
Own up to it.
Horrible taste. Horrible timing.
Trash.
I know she probably took it down already, but no. This is not the time. Absolutely not the time.
Let me say this. I find this to be extremely, not only disrespectful, tasteless, but I also see it to be extremely selfish. And let me explain why I see it to be very selfish. There's a lot of people right now that are going through some really hard times, not only with grieving the passing of this young woman, but there's a lot of other people that are grieving right now the passing of their own loved ones, or going through really, really hard times right now. Why would she put her grieving process behind a paywall so that she can make more money? It makes no sense.
I will say
this type of situation.
I am on her close friends, and I will say she's not doing that. That's not a separate
hold
thing.
on. All I'm saying is for what she just said here, it doesn't matter if you are past that paywall or not. All I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to make here is this. There are a lot of people that are going through grieving times right now. There are a lot of people that are hurting so badly right now that might benefit from learning from what her grieving process is, and she's putting it behind a paywall so that she can make money. That is disgusting. That is disrespectful. And she's riding and exploiting off the coattails of one of her good friends' deaths. Instead of her going, hey guys, I'm going to do a live for the Freeze Nanzanans, and we are going to talk about grief. We're going to talk about the process of grief, the steps in which you go through, the things that I do to move forward through these hard times. If you're going through this depression, if you're going through this, that, and the other, this is what I do. This is how I get it done. Not, hey, if you ain't one of my friends, if you ain't one of my close friends, if you ain't paying that $10, then you missing out on some great stuff. The hell is that?
I don't know what
I'm telling you right now, even the best even the best of the televangelists, the online gurus out here and all that will sit out here and throw that stuff out there for free. But you want to know what they do in the process of giving it out for free? They go, hey, if you really did appreciate this, woo, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling light. Aren't you? I know you are. I feel you. You feel what I'm talking about, right? All right. I appreciate you taking in the time. And so, this is one of the many steps in my latest book or in my latest whatever. Go to www.conartistsarefree.com and get my latest book about how to cook your way through grief. That's what they do. But instead, she says, no, she could have done it that way. And it would have been slick as hell. Nobody would know. No one would know.
Fucking quiet and kept the dedication.
Exactly. But she instead goes, I'm grieving. I know you are. But if you ain't grieving with me behind my paywall, you missing out.
Right.
You don't have $10? How dare you? Get you some $10 to come in here and we grieve together. No, that should have been on the free $9.99. Now she just screwed up her whole bag.
She shouldn't have said shit. The reality is, like I said, I don't want to believe because I just don't want to believe that that's what her purpose was, but she put it out. It is what it is. Whether she put it out or her assistant or whoever, it's from her side of things, and it was tasteless and stupid and disrespectful as hell. And totally inappropriate. It was just tacky, right?
Yeah, it's whack.
Absolutely fucking whack, right?
Like I said, don't get me wrong. If you somebody just said this, and Nicole just said this. See, she's smart. See, she's wicked smart. Look at Nicole being smart. But here it is, though. Nicole said, yes, that makes sense. We all have a right to charge for our time/talents. I agree. I agree. But the thing is that how she marketed it, for example, how she pushed this was a very dumb way of doing it. She could have easily said, hey guys, tonight I'm going to go live, or tonight we're going to do a session free, a webinar, whatever you want to call it. And you get thousands of people who tune in. You talk about grief. You talk about going through those things, whatever it is, whatever her angle is. I don't really know B Simone like that. Okay. But talking about her, Miss Jacky Oh, celebrating her life, so on and so forth, talking about grief, how to get through it, blah, blah, blah. Then she could have easily done throughout that thing, utilizing all of her talents, because obviously she is talented. She could have easily said, within that hour, within that 30 minutes, within that 15 minutes, she could have easily said, hey, check out my paywall. Check out my become a friend, become a close friend. We are going to be continuing this conversation beyond this paywall. Come join me. We're going to be working through these things and grieving and working through this grieving process together as a family. That would have worked. That would have been fine. But this, no. Not very, very good at all. And then also, let me say this too. If you got an assistant that did this, fire her ass immediately. I don't care. You got somebody, because for a fact she's not the assistant is not the only one using that account. So she knows what's going down.
Well, here's the thing.
She knows what's going down.
If you look at the whatever she posted, right? If she had just not put the link, it wouldn't have been taken that way. But the minute they put that link up on it there, because she talks about close friends all the time. If you follow her, right? I follow her, so I know, right? If she hadn't put that link, it would have changed the whole context of the scenario and no one would have said shit. But they put the link for the paywall, you know what I mean? To subscribe to close friends. And that's what's changed. That's what changed the whole thing. She could have left it alone and said, thank you so much, close friends, for allowing me to have that safe space. Right? Because it really is, if you're a close friend, because I am on B Simone's close friends, I've been for months now. It is a safe space. When I say that, she really does help people on the other side of that. There is a lot of good that comes from being a close friend of B Simone's through that paywall. Right?
I got a question. Can I have
ruined it.
I got a question for you. Okay.
Yes,
because I don't know much about B Simone. Okay. Yes. No disrespect. I do think that's tasteless as fuck, but we're going to move on from that. What does she do? What do you find on the other side of that paywall? Like you said, she helps people through what this, that, and the third. What is she helping you through? I'm curious.
Honestly, for me, I started following because I like her big business acumen. So there's a lot about her business background that I absolutely love. I love her hustle, very much like I love Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, B Simone. There are several people that I really follow. The Rock. There are people that I follow for different reasons, not
Right.
necessarily just because they're
Terramana.
they're comedians and whatever, like the
Right.
humor, yada yada. But there's also other sides of that I love. Like The Rock is huge in business. Kevin Hart, huge in business. Loved his hustle. Same with The Rock. Same with B Simone. So that's the main reason why I started to follow her, and then also decided to join the close friend side of things as well.
Okay.
And she really does on the other side of that, I will say, and this is just devil's advocate again, because y'all know I like to play that. And just because I know for a fact, because I'm a close friend on the other side of that, because I actually do pay that $9.99. And I will say, for me, I feel I mean it's a nice safe haven of community where you can talk and interact with other women, men as well, but not on that level. Like it's more really just empowering women,
Word.
inspiring women. She really does do workshops and all kinds of just a lot of what you're sharing right now that she should have shared is stuff that she shares on that close friends. This was just in horrible taste, because if you're on the other side, you understand
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. But no, she really does. She does, Zooms every single month where they're reading books together and doing that type of thing and dissecting different things and just learning about
Ah.
how to love yourself. There's a lot
Okay.
on the other side. So it's not just some like come and see me kick it. Like it's really more
At
than
the
that. And that's just
club,
from my
with the
experience. Yeah.
hookah,
You're gonna see
Okay.
some of that too. You will see some of her
Of
kicking and never
course.
because people want to see
Lifestyle
what she
stuff.
does. Right. But she does share business stuff. She'll do different things, how to start in real estate. She does a lot of different Zoom seminars. She brings professionals on to actually share, therapists on to actually share. They talk about vision boards,
Vision board,
blah
yeah.
blah 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 blah. How to start a podcast if you're somebody who wants to start a podcast. There's a lot she helps people with. So on the other side of that, I will say that it's not just some bullshit. She really does do a lot for that $9.99. I will say
Word.
that. But
Okay.
this separate situation here, with her having posted that, whoever, whether it was her or her assistant or whoever the fuck, it was absolutely terrible.
Two
Horrible timing,
huge
poor taste,
thumbs down.
disgusting. Look, the backlash is deserved, unfortunately.
I just understand what the hustle is because I've seen
Yeah,
many hustlers
and
out
she makes
here,
a damn good
and
piece of bread from
she
that.
and she makes
Yeah,
a living
thousands,
off of what she does. And
thousands of
there's
followers.
listen, no shame in her game when it comes to the business model she's
Absolutely.
built. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wish I had that same doggone thing, but I'll tell you what, if one of my famous actor friends passed away out of the blue, I ain't putting it on a
Right.
paywall. I
Right.
will tell you that. So I understand mistakes do happen. People do really
Right.
dumb things.
Dumb
It
shit.
does happen,
Happen.
and all that. But at the same time, she should have found a different way to get the message out there, or to even reach out to other people that are grieving just as bad or just as much as she is.
Yeah.
And it's not because they're grieving because of Miss Jacky O. It's just the fact that they lost a loved one and they're grieving as well. There's a lot of people that are grieving every single day. And that's why I'm like, you know what? Share, baby. Share on the free 99 if you can, and then push your Patreon, and then push that new book you have out, calling Grieving in Silence or something like that. Whatever the hell it is,
Right.
that's when you start pushing your product. And if you give them, you give,
Yes.
maybe they will take, maybe they will, if you give and you give them what they ask for, maybe you can ask and they will return by purchasing that book, buying those new pairs of shoes, or those a pair of socks
Yeah.
or something like that. You know what I mean? So, that's just kind of where I think about that. But like I said, tasteless. If it is an assistant, which I think she should start blaming it on an assistant, really, right about now.
And then fire them.
And then instantly fire them. Whoever their name is. It could be Joe Smith. They don't need to see what that person looks like. Just say they did it and then fire their asses.
And let it
That's
go.
what I would say.
Yeah.
Just so you
It'll
know.
be out of sight, out of mind here in the next day or so. You know what I mean? So she's
It
not gonna
will.
say anything or do anything. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? It doesn't take
Mm-mm.
away from the fact that she was a good friend of Jacky O's, nor does it take away from the fact that she was a good friend of
No,
DC's, nor does it take away she's a, all the stuff that she's doing and what what I'm saying, being a part of their lives and stuff like that, because that was one of her closest friends. So
exactly.
really tacky, horrible timing, and but it too shall pass. That this
Yes.
will pass. I saw a comment in here as well,
Oh,
like 2
okay.
seconds
Real
ago,
quick.
and I want to say it was,
Gonna
before we
wrap
let
up.
everyone go. Corinne 007 donations to registered charities in her memory would have been a nice touch. That would have been awesome. I agree with that.
Smart.
I think that would have been a good swap of the promotion for
Very
her
smart.
on that front. So I totally agree. Shout out to you, boo.
Extremely smart, Corinne 007. Thank you so much for that comment. Real
We're gonna keep you guys
mother-loving
posted on
talk.
this story. We're
Oh,
gonna
hell
really keep you
yeah.
guys posted because there's a lot more to come. There are so many pending stories right now that have zero answers. Jamie Foxx, this one, Danny Lay. Oh my God.
I'm done.
So many question marks.
Okay. Yeah, we
Everywhere.
we unfortunately don't have a whole lot of time on
Yeah, we don't.
on this, but I'm just gonna sit here and say this. I'm done with Jamie. I'm just done. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Let me just see what happens when it happens. Because everybody in their mind was like, the poke, and then it's like, oh geez, I'm done.
There's so much, you guys. Like,
I'm done.
so much, and we don't want to spread conspiracy theories because that is not what this is about. You know what I'm saying? We just hope the best for everybody in his camp. But there are so many stories right now that we are sitting tight, waiting for updates on. So you already know we will be back.
Yes.
If it's not on Tuesday, if it pops up before then, we're going to pop back in with a pop-up video.
No doubt.
Okay. So make sure before we leave you here, you guys are hitting that bell down below if you haven't done so already. Thumbs up this video, hit that bell down below so that you can be notified when new videos go up, when we go live, all of the good stuff. Subscribe, you guys. We are literally almost at 1,000 subscribers. We are right there, you guys. So share this with a friend, a family member. Let people know that we are here, okay?
Yes.
And Pac, any closing thoughts? Anything you want to say before we let everyone go?
mean, shoot, peace, love, and chicken grease.
That part.
We got a whole lot of other stuff coming up, hopefully throughout this week. So be on the lookout for it. So yes, what she said, make sure that notification bell is set to all so that you know when we upload, because it's going to be some random stuff throughout the rest of this week. So do that, please, and thank you. But I appreciate y'all for being here. It is time to get going.
Yes,
may she rest in peace. Prayers and thoughts go out to the whole DC Young fam, okay? Or the Whitfield family, real talk, because they need and deserve all the love and positive vibes they can get right now, so that he can get back out and doing what he loves, okay? Making people laugh and making people feel good, okay? But anyway, guys, it is time to get going. We appreciate y'all. Have a great night. See you guys soon.
Have a great rest of the week, y'all. Love y'all. Mwah.
Peace.